Hi, I'm Cris Maloney. Let's talk about positioning in general play. I've got some props here today. We've got this pretend field hockey field. The goalkeeper is positioned down here. This is them with their stick and the mask. This is an illegal mask for a goalkeeper, but I'm glad to use it because it is now a legal mask for penalty corner defenders. But we'll just leave this here. We've got a captain's meeting going on over here between the two umpires dressed in yellow and black. They don't have to be yellow, just using that as an example. We've got the white team against the orange team, and we've got a ball out here in the center of the field ready to go. Let's begin by agreeing what the two most important lines are on the field. They're the goal lines. So one is here and one is down here. On this board, one is here and one is there. They are the most important lines on the field. If the ball goes across the center line, it's just not that exciting. It's important to know when the ball goes across into the circle or across the 25. And by the way, across the line into the circle, it includes the line. I shouldn't have expressed it that way. Ball goes across the sideline, it's not important. It matters, but it's not important. The goal lines are the most important lines. And that is going to be a principle that's going to help guide some of our philosophy in umpiring and our approach. Not just for general positioning, but in positioning on penalty corners and penalty strokes, set plays. All right, so let's use these props and set up the initial hit or push or self-pass from center. What I've done in preparing for this part of the discussion is I have made the white team disappear. This is now the ball that will be played, and the orange team has possession. And the umpires are set up in a pretty traditional position with the umpire over there kind of just that side of the center line and the umpire over here just this side of the center line. Not good positioning because the orange team starts the game with a massive aerial down into one of the corners of the field. So while this umpire is in pretty good position, this umpire over here on the table side, not in good position because they're going to get caught behind. If the orange team breaks out, comes down the field, gets into the circle, and this guy is like, oh my goodness, the game started, even though they blew the whistle to start the game, they're in trouble. They're behind the play. And we never want to be behind the attacking play. We always want to be in front of it. So really, this umpire needs to be there at this moment. So let's go back to the center pass. And this umpire, instead of being here, really should be down by the 25. That makes the most sense. Game starts, and this team does bring the ball down. They're inside the circle now. This umpire is, again, out of position. As soon as this attack started to develop, that umpire should have got themselves down here near the most important line on the field, near the goal line. Now I've got them playing goalkeeper here. Let me move them aside a bit. And that way they are in front of the attacking play. The ball is to their left. Let's talk a little bit about how we were taught about position, and maybe some of you still are thinking this way. Let me present something a little different. I'm going to use this harrow stick to put it in the position of the J pattern, and that's how I was taught 50 years ago. We don't really want to use the J pattern anymore. And let's think about why. So let's place the ball here. And let's give our umpire two different positions. One on the inside, looking out, and the other on the outside, looking in. The J pattern tends to put the umpire outside of the playing space. Just tends to. Well, this umpire, where they are located, they have a very good, let's call it a 45-degree angle at the play. So does this umpire have a 45-degree angle at the play. Which is better? Well, if this play breaks down and is intercepted by the orange team and they go on a fast break, where's this umpire? Further away than had they been here. Now you might say, oh, but they could get in the way if they're in here. Yeah, they could get in the way. They need to get out of the way. Oh, well, I'm not physically fit enough to get out of the way. I don't have enough agility. I'm, older in my times on my legs, and my legs are slow. Okay, so you're saying that this is a better position from which to be old and slow? Hey, we're all older and slower than we used to be. Well, many of us, hopefully some of the people watching this video are still teenagers. So we want to adopt more of an inside out approach to umpiring. And that isn't done with the J. It's done with the S. So the ball was down here. There's a free hit coming out. And we want to follow the play, move with the play, I probably should say, and kind of take up an S-type position out of the deep end. So if the ball's over here, okay, we're in a good spot. And we're closer to it. Our proximity is better. Oh, but you say, what if there's a player hanging down here? And this player has a free hit, and they're going to go out to the outside, which you see happens a lot. Well, fine. You're not there yet, right? You're still back here. You'll let that pass go in front of you. Now they're playing the ball up. Hopefully it won't get intercepted. They'll be successful. And once this ball is played and played up, there you go. Now you're doing the S. And you're umpiring from the inside of the field to the outside of the field. It is the same diagonal and perspective as if you were way out here, really far away from that important goal line. You're way out here, really far away from that important goal line. Instead, you're here, right? You're a lot closer to the really important line on the field. So we want to at least practice the S, get used to it, and umpire from the inside out rather than the outside in. Not much to go over. I hope I captured everything that I needed to. If you have any questions, please send us an email.